Have you ever heard of horses so rare they seem to appear only once every 1,000 years? In today's video, we're diving into some incredible breeds like the elegant Ackeltech, the resilient Canadian horse, the mysterious Caspian horse, and the powerful Shire. And there's more. The peculiar curly Bashkir, the legendary Suffolk Punch, the delicate rarest pony, and many others with fascinating stories to tell. Each one brings amazing animal facts that are sure to surprise you. So hit that subscribe button and stick around until the end, because the last horse will simply leave you speechless. 15th place. Ackeltech horse. This animal looks like it stepped right out of a fairy tale. Known as the golden horse, it's famous for its shimmering coat that reflects sunlight like it's made of pure gold. This almost magical appearance isn't a coincidence. It's the result of centuries of selective breeding in one of the harshest places on Earth, the deserts of Turkmenistan. But it's not just the beauty that's impressive. The Ackeltech possesses almost supernatural endurance. There are records of these horses traveling thousands of kilometers under the scorching sun, crossing deserts without showing signs of exhaustion, a feat that few modern horses could replicate. With a strong and loyal temperament, the Ackeltech was also the trusted companion of warriors and nobles for centuries. In ancient times, receiving one of these horses was said to be an honor comparable to being gifted royal treasure. This breed is so unique that even today, there are only a few thousand specimens in the world. Each birth is celebrated as a rare and precious event. Had you already heard of this golden wonder of the animal kingdom? Let us know in the comments. 14th place. Canadian horse. If there's one horse that carries the spirit of an entire nation, it's the Canadian horse. Known as the Little Iron Horse, it may not stand out for its size, but its strength, stamina, and unwavering courage are truly remarkable. For centuries, this horse was the backbone of rural life in Canada, braving harsh winters, pulling heavy loads, and staying by families' sides through tough times. It's hard not to feel a sense of nostalgia imagining these animals crossing snowy fields in scenes that seem straight out of an old postcard. Every step of the Canadian horse tells a story of perseverance and simplicity, values we often miss in today's world. Over time, the breed nearly vanished, a casualty of war and agricultural mechanization. But thanks to preservation efforts, it's now making a comeback as a true symbol of resilience and living history. Isn't it incredible to think that such a tough yet unassuming horse carries such a rich legacy? Every time a Canadian foal is born, it feels like a piece of history is being reborn. 13th place. Caspian horse. Now imagine a horse that existed when the very first empires were just beginning to rise. This is the Caspian horse, a living gem among animal wonders. Small in size but monumental in historical significance, the Caspian is considered one of the oldest horse breeds still in existence. With its delicate features, slender legs, and expressive eyes, it might well have inspired ancient legends, and maybe it did. There are records of very similar horses adorning Persian coins from over 2,000 years ago. Thinking about that takes us on a journey through time, imagining caravans, palaces, and vanished civilizations where these horses once ran free. For a long time, the Caspian was thought to be extinct. It wasn't until the 1960s that a passionate researcher found small groups surviving hidden in the mountains of Iran. Since then, a race against time began to protect this living heritage. Today, every Caspian foal is celebrated as a true miracle. Few horses carry such an aura of mystery and survival. And honestly, knowing they still walk among us is like watching history breathe.
If you found this fact surprising, why not give back by subscribing? It helps us keep bringing you amazing animal discoveries. Thanks for your support. Now, let's keep going.
12th place. Rarest pony. There's something magical about the rarest pony. Maybe it's because it feels like it came straight out of a Celtic legend, or perhaps it's the quiet wisdom in its eyes that seem to have witnessed centuries of trials. Native to a small island in Scotland, this pony is the last surviving remnant of the ancient horses of the Hebrides. Despite its modest size, it's incredibly strong, able to withstand the biting cold and harsh winds of the North Atlantic. Its thick coat serves as natural insulation, and its gentle nature made it the perfect companion for the region's fishermen and farmers. It's moving to think that this small pony played such a vital role in the survival of entire families. It wasn't just a working animal, it was a companion, a quiet source of hope in the hardest of times. Today, the rarest pony is among the most endangered equines in the world. Every new foal is a victory against oblivion. Knowing that these creatures still run free across the Scottish landscapes is proof that nature's magic still holds on, even in our modern world. 11th place, Shire Horse. If the rarest pony captivates with its gentleness, the Shire Horse astounds with its sheer magnificence. Towering, strong, and majestic, this true giant was once essential to daily life, pulling carriages, plows, and even tanks of war. With broad feet and a solid muscular build, the Shire has carried not only heavy loads but also centuries of history, intertwined with the growth of cities and farmlands. Watching a Shire walk is like witnessing history in motion. Elegant, powerful, yet always calm. What's most surprising is that despite its colossal size, it has a gentle, patient nature, capable of forming deep bonds with those lucky enough to know it. This combination of strength and kindness makes the Shire such a beloved symbol. And honestly, who hasn't dreamed, even for a second, of riding a horse that looks like it galloped out of a medieval tale? The Shire is that bridge between a glorious past and the present, reminding us that true strength can walk hand in hand with tenderness. 10th place, Newfoundland Pony. When we talk about quiet resilience, the Newfoundland Pony is a truly moving example. Small, sturdy, and incredibly adaptable, this pony helped shape life in one of Canada's most challenging regions, the cold and isolated land of Newfoundland. For generations, it was essential for transport, farming, and even the survival of fishing communities. It braved snowstorms, rugged terrain, and exhausting journeys, always with a seemingly endless courage. And despite all its toughness, it maintained a friendly and loyal nature. Today, the Newfoundland Pony is like a living time capsule. Each animal carries within it the memory of an era when the bond between humans and horses was vital for daily life. These horses were born out of necessity, but they survived thanks to the affection of those who recognized their value. It's beautiful to think that, in such a fast-paced world, there are still horses that remind us of the importance of patience, inner strength, and genuine friendship. Values that may have never been more relevant than they are now. 9th place, Soraya Horse. Among the most fascinating animal wonders, few are as steeped in mystery as the Soraya horse. Native to the Iberian Peninsula, it carries in its blood the legacy of the wild horses that once roamed Europe's vast plains. With its elegant appearance, slender body, and muted coat that blends into the landscape, the Soraya is a true master of survival. Its reserved temperament and natural agility made it a legendary figure among the ancient Iberian peoples, who revered it as a symbol of freedom and endurance. Looking at a Soraya, it's almost impossible not to feel a surge of admiration. It's as if every glance, every movement, tells an ancient story, of times when horses and humans relied on one another to face the unknown. Sadly, the Soraya nearly disappeared in the 20th century, with only a handful of specimens saved by passionate conservation efforts. Today, each foal born is a small victory over oblivion, a quiet reminder of nature's strength and the importance of preserving our deepest roots. 8th place, Gallicino Horse. The Gallicino horse is like a hidden gem in the equine world. Small, agile, and resilient, it carries a rich genetic heritage that dates back to the Spanish colonization of the Americas. A direct descendant of the Iberian horses brought by explorers, the Gallicino adapted impressively to Mexico's challenging terrain. Its modest size conceals a courageous and vibrant spirit. It's the kind of horse that may not draw attention at first glance, but quickly wins everyone over with its intelligence and loyalty. Ideal for long rides, it can cross mountainous regions without showing signs of fatigue. What makes the Gallicino even more special is its rarity. For centuries, it was quietly woven into rural life, but modernization nearly drove it to extinction. Today, seeing a true Gallicino is like discovering a precious treasure that few even know exists. To think that such a pure lineage has survived to this day feels like finding a letter forgotten in time, a silent message about strength, adaptability, and the beauty of simplicity. 7th place, Nakota Horse. Some horses are more than just animals, they're living symbols of freedom. The Nakota horse is one of those. Originating from the Great Plains of North Dakota, it descends from horses bred and released by both native peoples and early settlers, forming a wild, incredibly tough breed. Looking at a Nakota is like seeing the spirit of the Old West still alive. Its strong build, varied coloring, and astonishing ability to survive in the harshest conditions make it a true warrior of nature. More than that, there's something in its gaze, a blend of wariness and bravery, that stirs the soul. For decades, they roamed freely, but the advance of fences and modern development nearly wiped them out. It was thanks to the passionate work of a few families that the Nakota endured, keeping a fading spark alive. And maybe that's exactly what connects us to them. The quiet struggle to keep existing in a world that changes too fast. A silent resistance, full of dignity, that reminds us of the value of never giving up. Sixth place, Choctaw Indian Pony. Few animals carry as much cultural and historical weight as the Choctaw Indian Pony. Descended from the horses brought by Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century, it was adopted and carefully bred by the Choctaw Nation, one of North America's indigenous peoples. This pony wasn't just a means of transport, it was part of the family, part of the people's very soul. Strong, agile, and incredibly adaptable, it accompanied the tribes in their migrations, battles, and celebrations. More than a horse, it was a symbol of freedom and endurance. Today, seeing a genuine Choctaw pony is like glimpsing an untouched fragment of the past, a direct link to cultures and ways of life that quietly resist the passage of time. Its survival is a reminder that preservation isn't just about saving rare animals, but also about protecting the stories, values, and traditions that shaped our own history. Only a few true specimens remain, making each new foal a small miracle, a promise that these roots haven't been lost just yet. Fifth place, Choctaw horses. Amidst all the changes and advances of the modern world, there are presences that remain steady and silent, like guardians of a forgotten time. The Choctaw horses, direct descendants of indigenous ponies, are one of those rare presences. They represent more than a pure bloodline. They are a living link between the original peoples of the Americas and the natural world. With their simple appearance, compact bodies, and surprising endurance, the Choctaw were essential to the survival of tribes during hard times. Each horse carries in its eyes a story of courage, migration, and adaptation. In a world that so often forgets its roots, they remain true to their origins, like whispers from the past that refuse to be silenced. Today, the efforts to preserve them are true acts of love, for memory, for culture. Knowing that these horses still gallop freely on protected lands is like rediscovering an old song we thought we had forgotten. A song of freedom, strength, and belonging that deserves to be remembered. Fourth place, Curly Bashkir horse. Imagine a horse covered in soft, dense curls, as if it were wrapped in nature's own embrace to face the harshest cold. This is the Curly Bashkir horse, one of the most peculiar and fascinating breeds among animal curiosities. Originally from the most inhospitable regions of Russia, the Curly Bashkir didn't just survive the brutal winters, it thrived. Its curly coat isn't just beautiful. It's a unique adaptation that shields it from freezing winds and extreme temperatures. Every twisted strand tells a story of resilience and survival. But the real magic of this horse goes beyond its appearance. Many Curlies are known to be hypoallergenic, allowing even people with horse allergies to finally experience the joy of being near a horse without fear. Looking at a Curly Bashkir feels like discovering a rare missing piece of a long-lost puzzle. Its existence reminds us that nature's beauty often lies in differences, and in the surprises hidden where we least expect them. In a world that so often celebrates uniformity, the Curly Bashkir stands as a vibrant testament to diversity, and to the strength born from adaptation. Third place, Suffolk Punch. Some horses impress with sheer brute strength, others with character, and few manage to combine both so perfectly as the Suffolk Punch. This English giant, with its deep chestnut coat and massive frame, is pure essence of hard work and quiet nobility. Bred to plow heavy soils and haul monumental loads, the Suffolk Punch was always the silent companion of British farmers. There was no glamour in its daily labor, just the quiet certainty that, day after day, it would be there, ready to serve with dedication and patience. Perhaps it's exactly that simplicity that makes it so special. In a time when everything feels rushed and disposable, the Suffolk reminds us of an era when trust was built slowly, with repeated gestures and genuine loyalty. Today, with modern machinery taking over, the breed is rare and faces serious threats of extinction. But to those who've had the honor of seeing it in action, the Suffolk Punch will never be forgotten, a powerful symbol of silent strength, resilience, and heart. Second place, American Cream Draft. Among the many draft horses, the American Cream Draft shines like a true rare gem. It's the only draft horse breed native to the United States, known for its soft cream color and amber or hazel eyes that seem to glow with their own inner light. Originating in Iowa in the early 20th century, the American Cream Draft was bred to be strong enough for heavy work, yet gentle and beautiful enough to win the hearts of rural families, and it did. For decades, these horses pulled wagons, worked farms, and proudly appeared in local fairs and parades. Today, seeing an American Cream Draft in person is an almost magical experience. They're so rare that each one is treated like a special member of the family by those who breed them. In their slow, steady steps, there's a quiet dignity, a serene strength that contrasts with the rush of modern life. The American Cream Draft reminds us that there's beauty in gentleness, patience, and tradition, values that still hold a cherished place in our hearts. First place, Appaloosa horse. And now we've reached the most special moment of this journey. At the top of our list is the magnificent Appaloosa horse, a true living legend. With its unmistakable spotted coat that looks like a natural work of art, the Appaloosa is more than just beautiful. It carries the history and spirit of North America's indigenous peoples, especially the brave Nez Perce, who bred and refined this horse with skill and deep respect. The Appaloosa is far more than an exotic beauty. It's agile, intelligent, and surprisingly resilient. For centuries, it was the horse of great travelers, tireless explorers, and warriors who needed a loyal partner to face the challenges of untamed lands. Watching an Appaloosa run free, its unique spots catching the sunlight, awakens something deep within us. It's as if it carries a piece of the earth's own soul, wild, free, and eternally beautiful. Ending this list with the Appaloosa feels not only fitting but necessary. It represents the perfect union of strength, history, and mystery. A true gift from nature that reminds us of a time when horse and human were, more than ever, inseparable partners. And if you enjoyed discovering these incredible horses, get ready to be amazed by the biggest bulls in the world. Click the video showing on your screen now and find out which giants of the animal kingdom made it to the top of our list. You won't believe the size of number one.